Hey everybody, it's Steve here, and welcome to 1994. Gosh, hey, 1994, let's see, I was 20 years old. And this is Nintendo Presents a train in the background, apparently. I don't know if you're going to hear that. Metroid 3, otherwise known as Super Metroid. I like that they actually refer to it as Metroid 3 first. I kind of got annoyed at the time with that every Super Nintendo game had the word Super in it. You know, the most obvious one being Super Castlevania 4, and that's kind of silly because that implies that there's a regular Castlevania 4. But anyway, this is not Castlevania, this is Super Metroid. We're going to change the controllers because I do not like the defaults. We want that, and good. Okay, we are now happy. Yeah, Super Metroid. What I like about this intro, aside from that very odd voiceover there, not many games at the time still really had actual voice in them. There were some, even going back to the NES days, and actually earlier. I know some arcade games and whatnot, but what's good about this intro is that it gives you a recap of the first two games. The first one, obviously, I've played it on this channel. You want to go check it out, feel free. But here is Samus in 16-bit form this time, defeating Mother Brain. Metroid 2, unfortunately, I have no way of recording because it's on the 3DS. It's a Game Boy game, but I've got it on the 3DS, and I have no way of recording it. So the main plot point of that game, though, is that Samus goes to SR-388, the home planet of the Metroids, to wipe them all out. Much like Sigourney Weaver in Aliens. And from what I hear, Aliens actually was an inspiration for the Metroid series. But she wipes them all out except for one, the baby, and it hatches, and it kind of takes to her like a mother, and she spares its life. And that raises the question, the biggest thing that I take from this particular game is the question of showing mercy on your enemies, but will that result in a good thing or a bad thing? The scientists discovered that the Metroids can be used for good. Samus, okay, I love you, but let's not be naive. I mean, come on. Metroids used for good. Okay, anyway. So, not to make like a Lord of the Rings connection, but it makes me think of that. The fact that Bilbo has a chance to kill Gollum, but he doesn't. He spares his life. He takes pity on him. He shows him mercy. And because of that act of mercy, spoiler alert, but the ring at the end of Lord of the Rings gets destroyed, because without Gollum it never would have been destroyed. And Sauron would have gotten it back, and evil would have won, basically. So, in this game, we need to find out if Samus's act of mercy is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. But I don't know why she thought that, you know, turning the last Metroid in existence over to this particular space station, that nothing would go wrong. I mean, don't you think that someone's going to come after it? Someone probably with less good intentions than hers. This place is kind of deserted. Oh, then there's dead bodies. Oh boy, something happened here. And it's nothing good, that's for sure. Let's see what's going on. Oh, there's the baby. Okay. It's still okay. But, who killed everyone? And what was the distress signal all about? Oh my god, it's Ridley, he's back. Yes, it is Ridley. No explanation as to how he's still alive after the events of the first game. But here we are, he's back. You cannot win this fight. Don't even try. I mean, don't just lay down and, you know, take it like a bitch, but there's nothing you can do to win this fight. I think if you damage him enough, he'll drop the Metroid, but then come back and just pick it up again. So there's nothing you can do to stop him. When you get down to about, I think it's like, you know, 25 health maybe? Yeah, 30 I guess. He takes off with the baby Metroid, and must have hit the self-destruct button. Metroid games love escape sequences, and this one is no different. We get one right off the bat, instead of at the end of the game like the first one. We got a minute, that's plenty of time to get out. There's no enemies These puffs of air will knock you back, but they won't take anything off your health. Again, it may look a little bit dated now, but at the time, man, the red lights, the shaking camera, the tilting camera right here. I mean, this was the Super Nintendo being put through the paces, and we loved it. I know. It is my favorite system. The Super Nintendo is absolutely my favorite game system of all time. I guess you just had to be there. If you weren't there at the time, I feel sorry for you. So anyway, we're heading back to planet, I always mispronounce it, Zebes. I think it's Zebes. That just sounds stupid though. But anyway, back to the planet that the first game took place in, to go after Ridley, who has stolen the baby Metroid. And like I said, we're going to find out if Samus's act of mercy is going to come back to not just bite her in the ass, but bite the entire galaxy in the ass, pretty much. It's got to be raining, just like in the beginning of Link to the Past. It's got to be raining out. Again, they're just showing off the Super Nintendo in all of its glory with this game. Exploration is a huge part of the Metroid series. Unlike the first game now, where you almost had to draw yourself an actual map yourself. There is a map system in this game, and even though it looks like right now there's a lot of places we can go, there's not. There is only one way right now that you can go, and it's down here. If you played the first game, you're going to recognize two areas right off the bat. The first one being the site of the final battle with Mother Brain right here. So we revisit a couple areas from the first game, but it's not laid out in the same manner, because down here you're going to find another area that should be very familiar from the first game, and it is the starting point, which in the original game the starting point and the final battle point were not this close together. But just like in the first game, we get the morph ball by going off to the left, and I think we're going to get spotted here. Yeah. I think we've just set off the alert system down here. So there's just one more thing that we want in here. We're going to grab it real quick and then get out, because we have clearly alerted someone to our presence. We don't want to stick around for too long. Right down here we get our first missile pack, the first of 46, I believe. There's 230 missiles altogether in this game, and we're going to be getting every single one of them. It's been a while since I played this game. I might get a little lost, but the map system helps. I've often said that maps mean nothing to me. I'm terrible with them. The map in this game is pretty good though. Oh geez, now we're really setting off all the alarm systems. So we're just going to grab this second missile pack and get out of here. Samus is the most badass bounty hunter in gaming history. It's just that simple. You can't help but love her, and yet be intimidated by her at the same time. I feel like there's so many things, oh god, what am I going to get into right now, but fantasy-wise, that, oh god, there's space pirates. Hold that thought. Hold that fantasy. We're in space pirate mode now. These guys are complete pushovers. They go down in one shot. But still, we've got to make our way back up that shaft that we came down. I don't like the word shaft. I really, you know how everyone's got like a certain word, or everyone's got at least one word that they really don't like to hear. And I don't know if that's my word, but I don't like it. I don't like the word shaft. It's just, I know for a lot of people it's moist. I know a lot of people, especially at work, that don't like the word moist. And I don't personally understand that. You know, a cake is moist. You know, that's a good thing. You have like a good association with the word moist. You know, as there's other things that are moist too. Oh my god. Yeah, so I don't have a problem with the word moist. I've got a problem with the word shaft. And there are many, many shafts in this game. So I'm going to have to get used to that word, I guess, because I'm going to be using it probably quite a bit. Shafts. Anyways, okay, we're out. We can now have missiles. We can go through the red doors. Red doors are opened by missiles, just like in the first game. Oh, you are new, and you do damage. That hurt, but they're very generous with the health refills early in the game. Well, throughout the game, the biggest thing you need to do is to just make sure that you don't let your health drop down too far. And if it does, here's the map of Criteria. That's where the kind of overworld is called. As long as you keep, you know, killing enemies to get health refills, it's very easy to get. I don't say easy, but your chances of getting through this game without ever dying are pretty good. I don't really recall ever having that much trouble with it. You know, especially once you start getting energy tanks and whatnot. And anyway, over on the left here is a save station that we can now access because of the morph ball that we got. Never hurts to save. It's a good idea. And what was I talking about? Oh, kind of like a badass woman like Samus, this awesome, skilled bounty hunter with all these weapons and gadgets, and there's something appealing about that. And I'm not saying I'm attracted to Samus. I'm not attracted to a video game character, but I'm saying that I'm talking about real life. I'm like stammering now. I'm getting all flustered. You know, in real life, what I find is that there's things or traits, there's qualities that, well, in this case, women can have that at first thought. Make sure you refill your missiles here because there's a little mini boss in the next room. There's certain traits that can be appealing, but then when you're faced with it in real life, it's not quite what you thought it was going to be, or you're more intimidated by it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Here's the bombs. We've got the bombs now. So, and we can't get out because, as I already spoiled for you, there's a mini boss, and it's this Chozo statue. I don't think that's what it's called, but anyway, that's why we refilled our missiles. We can just kind of take them out. You can get refills off of these little orbs that he shoots at you, or these rocks, whatever they are. But, yeah, perfect. Look at that. 10 missiles, and I didn't even hit him with all of them. I missed a few shots there, and we are rewarded with more power-ups than we will ever need for the rest of our lives. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to finish what I'm saying by how can I put it? Something like a threesome. Okay, any guy is going to be like, oh, hell yeah, you know, that of course. You know, having sex with two women, absolutely. But let's be honest here. If you were actually faced with that, and it was actually a real possibility, you'd be a little intimidated. You might not even go through with it. I mean, come on. You know, let's put all your, you know, macho crap aside. You're gonna be intimidated, at the very least, if not just scared off by the whole idea completely. At least I would be, but then again, I know I'm not. Whatever. I'm just saying that if you were presented with a, you know, strong, agile, powerful, skilled woman like Samus, that the idea is appealing, but the reality would probably be intimidating. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not sitting here talking about what it would be like to have sex with Samus Aran. I'm not. I swear that's not where I was intending to go with this at all. I just need to shut up and just probably scrap this recording because, oh my god, this is not the direction I intended for this to go. Anyway, let's end this, shall we? Let's end this part. Let's just go save, and we'll call it a day. And we'll never speak of this episode ever again. This is not even the save room, is it? It's not. The save room's over on the left. See, I've got myself all flustered and all... Oh my god. Pathetic. I'm pathetic. That's all there is to it. Alright, we're going to save over here, call it a day, and... Are you ready for this, everyone? Are you ready for, you know... my adventures through Super Metroid? Everyone, take it easy. Have a good day. Peace.